What's up guys, Mickle here, and in this video, I want to show you why the SEC has a lot less power over the cryptocurrency market than a lot of people are making it seem. A lot of people are acting like the SEC has the power to shut down cryptocurrencies and call it all a security. In this video, I want to show you why that actually isn't true, and I'm going to show you some shocking new evidence that proves that Gary Gensler has known from the start that cryptocurrencies like XRP are not securities. This is something you are going to need to see. At the end of this video, I also want to show you exactly how much value, how much disruption XRP is going to be able to bring to our current financial system. I want to go over just how high XRP's price could go because it is going after an absolutely massive market, and I don't think people realize just how big it is. Like always, your support means so much to this channel. If you want to see more videos just like this, make sure to hit the like and subscribe button down below and turn on bell notifications. These three simple things are going to go such a long way in helping this channel grow, and it really does mean so much to me. If you guys ever need a good place to buy some XRP or the Flare token, make sure to check out my favorite exchange, Uphold, down in the description of this video. With that said though, let's jump right into it, and I hope you guys enjoy the content. So I want to start out this video and talk about why the SEC actually has a lot less power than a lot of people are making it seem. Because ever since Gary Gensler came out the other day and said that he thinks almost every single cryptocurrency outside of Bitcoin is a security, a lot of people are acting like because Gary Gensler said that, it is now the law. Well, that is not the case at all, and I actually want to break down for you guys how little power Gary Gensler really has right here. So Jake Chervinsky, he's someone I really do disagree with a lot when it comes to cryptocurrency, but he does make some pretty good points, and right here he said, Jared Gensler may have prejudged that every digital asset aside from Bitcoin is a security, but his opinion is not the law. The SEC lacks authority to regulate any of them until and unless it proves its case in court for each asset, every single one individually, one at a time. And what he's saying here is Gary Gensler cannot create laws at the SEC. The SEC does not have the power to do that. The SEC gets its power from Congress, and Congress never gave the SEC the power to create laws in regards to cryptocurrency. Because of this, Gary Gensler can't actually come out and say, all these cryptocurrencies are securities because I said so. The only thing Gary Gensler can do is bring cases, hope the court agrees with him, and then gain power over that one specific cryptocurrency. That's essentially what's happening in the XRP case right now. The SEC is trying to say that XRP is a security, but they can't just say that. They need to go through court, and they need the court to agree with them. Now, unfortunately for the SEC, it doesn't seem like the court does agree with them, and it looks like they're actually gonna lose power because of this ruling. Now, with all that said, it's just important to understand. Gary Gensler can come out and say all he wants that he thinks all these different cryptocurrencies are securities. But that doesn't mean anything because Gary Gensler can't make the laws, only Congress can. And it actually means a lot less than some people might even think, even from the perspective we were just talking about. Because Gary Gensler coming out and labeling certain cryptocurrencies as securities doesn't even mean it's necessarily the SEC's opinion. I tweeted out in response to Jake, not only is it not the law, it's not even the SEC's opinion. And what I mean by this is that Gary Gensler cannot speak for the entire SEC. There are 5 different commissioners at the SEC, and every single one of them has a different opinion. But every single time Gary Gensler comes out and says, I think this cryptocurrency is a security, I think this cryptocurrency is a security, those are just his personal opinions. It doesn't reflect what the SEC thinks. So Gary Gensler coming out and saying, I think all these cryptocurrencies are securities, great, that's your opinion, but there are other people on your own commission, such as Hester Peirce, that disagrees with you. Therefore, him coming out and saying these things literally means absolutely nothing. It's just his random opinion. Not only does he not have the power from Congress to actually enforce the things he's saying, but his own agency doesn't even share the same views. And this is why it's just so important to look at all these things with perspective. Gary Gensler is going to come out and make it seem like he has the power to do these things. He's going to make it seem like his opinion is the SEC's opinion. But all of this stuff could not be further from the truth. Gary Gensler is coming out and saying these things because he's trying to scare the industry into thinking he's right. He knows he doesn't have the power to make laws, that's why he hasn't been doing it. He knows he doesn't have the power to declare certain cryptocurrency securities, that's why he hasn't done it. He's been forced to take them to court instead. But what he's going to keep doing is coming out with these harsh statements in hopes that someone will make the mistake in doing what Library did or what Ripple did, where they come in and talk and where the SEC can then pin them down on a lawsuit. Ultimately, I hope this shows that despite the fact that the SEC is talking tough, despite the fact that the SEC is coming out with some statements saying every single cryptocurrency is a security, it's really not the SEC, it's just Gary Gensler, and his opinion can only go so far. And I just want to show you how inconsistent the SEC's position has been since day one, because in my opinion, this evidence that was brought up by Documenting Ripple a couple months back is one of the most damning things I have seen in a while. Right here, we have Gary Gensler before he was working at the SEC on stage talking about payments tokens, and he calls Bitcoin XRP, Bitcoin Cash, Litecoin, and some others payment tokens. Now, by calling them payment tokens, you're kind of implying that they're not securities, they're not any kind of investment contract, but you never know what Gary Gensler is going to say. But what's so funny about this is actually at the same exact time Gary Gensler was giving this speech, we actually had Jay Clayton, when he was working at the SEC, coming out and saying cryptocurrencies that act as currencies or payment tokens are not securities. Now, since Gary Gensler's been at the SEC, he has brought up Jay Clayton a decent number of times and made the statement that when Jay Clayton was at the head of the SEC, Jay Clayton said that every single cryptocurrency was not a security. Well, this isn't true, and we have the proof of it right here. We have Jay Clayton saying a cryptocurrency used to replace a sovereign currency such as Bitcoin, that type of currency is not a security. And then right here we have Gary Gensler on stage pointing to the fact that a lot of these cryptocurrencies, including XRP, have utility that likely make them different from an investment contract. So right here we have the previous SEC commissioner and the current SEC commissioner both disagreeing what Gary Gensler is saying today. And this just shows you that what an SEC official says, their personal opinions don't mean anything. They change, they're transitory, and these people come in and out of government. They can say whatever they want, they can make stuff up, but they're going to flip-flop on it every single month. What matters is what Congress says, what matters is what the courts say, and what matters is what the commission can agree upon. None of this has happened in regards to cryptocurrencies, and the closest thing we have to actually getting regulations is Ripple beating the SEC in court. This is why I am actually so happy that Ripple is in this case. We could have got stuck with some scenarios where we had corrupt politicians or Bitcoin maxis making up the future laws for what XRP status would be in the United States, but instead we're going through the judicial system, which honestly can be kind of rigged sometimes, but we got so lucky with a fair judge, and I honestly think XRP is gonna get the clarity it deserves the right way. It's not going to be from people like Gary Gensler coming out with their personal opinions. It's not going to be from maxis in Congress saying Bitcoin is different from anything else. It is going to be the courts looking at the facts and determining that there's no investment contract with XRP. It has utility, and therefore it is just like Bitcoin. It is not a security. So I want to finish this video off and talk about just how much money XRP could disrupt in our future financial system. I know sometimes because of the ongoing case, because of the hostile attitude of the SEC towards cryptocurrencies, we get really tied up in all the regulation going on, but we are currently undergoing a massive digital transformation. It happened with information, it happened with transportation, it's gonna happen with money, and we are so lucky that the part where money gets disrupted is just at the start. What we can see right here is last year, Fedwire actually processed $1 quadrillion worth of settlement. This is an absolutely outstanding number and just shows you how little market cap is actually priced into these assets right now. One day in the future, we are going to have entire financial systems running on cryptocurrencies, running on distributed ledger. All of this money is going to get put into the market caps of these tokens. XRP right now has a market cap of a couple hundred billion. Right now, through Fedwire alone, last year, $1 quadrillion worth of value moved. Guys, this is only one use case for XRP. This is only one payment solution, and that's how much money was being. XRP is going to disrupt real estate. It's going to disrupt all kinds of different financial products. It's going to disrupt all kinds of different payment systems. It's going to disrupt entire currencies as CBDCs are built on the XRPL. I hope this gives you an idea of just how much money can flow into the XRP ledger. You cannot even comprehend how big some of these market caps are going to be in the future. We are just at the start. Right now, all the regulations are being put in place. People are trying to figure out the safeguards to make sure this system works as intended. But once these safeguards are put in place, once we have the regulation, money is going to flow in, and it is numbers most people cannot even wrap their head around. Anyway, thank you so much for coming. I hope you enjoyed this update. If you did, make sure to like and subscribe. It really does mean so much. And for now, Mickle out.